Okay, I don't usually do this. In fact, I think I've never done this before um, on this channel or on my older channel. Uh, but I somehow feel the need to to do it now. And the reason I refrain from doing it is it seems like uh, a hopeless gesture in some ways. Um, because it's sort of like saying, "Come on, guys, did you see that? Did you see that? Didn't you see that back there? Didn't that make any difference to you? Didn't that uh, rock your world at all? Did did you? Oh, okay. Guess not. That's been my that's been my general experience. So my general experience has taught me that, generally speaking, even if something really grabs you and you think this is really important and really significant and really ought to be noticed, if people aren't you know aren't if their heads aren't snapping back the way you think they should be, well, I mean, that's the breaks. You can't control the way people respond to things. But I'm going to do it in this one case. I'm going to make an exception in this one case, just because I just can't get over it. I can't get over the story that I covered the day before yesterday, I think it was. The story about the weekend, or not weekend warrior. What was it called? The Warrior Games. The Warrior Games. This event that was being put on by the Department of Defense / the Pentagon, and was taking place at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. And during this event, just to reiterate what I said the other day, just in this futile effort of mine to say, did you see that? Did you see that? I mean, but here's what I just want to point out one more time. So at this event, in which these I guess soldier / athletes were flown in to take part in this thing. I don't even know exactly what it is. I guess they participate in events, but it's seems generally to be meant to gin up support for the military-industrial complex. I mean, it's sponsored by the Pentagon. It's sponsored by the Department of Defense. So they fly these athletes in, or these veteran athletes. They're veterans, and I guess they participate in different events. And they brought in a bunch of people from Ukraine who were vets, who'd seen action. And they gave an award to one guy who had a Nazi tattoo on his elbow. The black sun? Just imagine I got the black sun on my elbow, right? That's what this guy has. There are pictures of him with that tattoo. And he is a member of the some say famous, I would say infamous Azov Battalion, which is a huge part of what the military-industrial complex is supporting right now in Ukraine. They're the battalion that is thoroughly soaked in Nazi lore. They make no bones about it. That's what they are. Now, I've had some of you say, well, they can't really actually be Nazis because Israel supports them. I mean, that's begging the question, isn't it? You know, uh, that's sort of saying Israel would never support Nazis. Uh, I don't know. Have you ever heard of George Soros? He was a Jew. Um, so, anyway, at the risk of offending those of you out there, this is so funny. This particular channel, I have to be uh, I have to be sensitive about possibly offending National Socialists. Look, if you're of a National Socialist persuasion uh, and you like my channel, that's fine. I'm not a National Socialist. I've never been one, never claimed to be one. But I invite all kinds around here. But I do think that there's something strange about a situation where the government of the United States, on the one hand, says there's too many right-wing neo-Nazi groups out there. If you're a Trump supporter, you're basically a Nazi, and you're basically a white supremacist, and we're going to get you. And you're the real menace to our way of life, buddy. All you conservative, right-wing, anti-LGBT, white supremacist Nazis out there, all you anti-abortion Nazis out there, we're going to come after you in the heartland, because that's where the true terrorists are. On the one hand, they're saying that to us. On the other hand, they're saying, you know what? These blokes in the Azov battalion and in the right sector in Ukraine fighting against Russia, they're Nazis, but, and not only that, but I mean, you want to talk about kicking the head, like if it even has that kind of effect on you anymore. To me, I think living in the upside down, living in clown world for a certain duration, you just grow accustomed to things, to absurd things taking place. You grow accustomed to seeing man bites dog scenarios presented as if they were completely normal. And I guess the problem is also that maybe some of you aren't old enough to remember The Daily Show in the early aughts, and Jon Stewart, the voice of conscience, speaking out against the Iraq War. Jon Stewart, whose name is actually John Leibowitz. John Leibowitz was the master of ceremonies at this event in which a Nazi, a real, actual, flesh and blood Nazi, not somebody in the heartland who wears a Trump hat and thinks there's too many illegals coming across the border. Not that kind of person who we're told is a Nazi, but a real, actual, authentic, and he's got the elbow receipts to prove it. He's got the black sun on his elbow, and that's why he was wearing some long sleeve on one of his arms to cover that elbow. There's no way they didn't know. There's no way the Department of Defense didn't know. There's no way Disney World didn't know. There's no way Leibowitz didn't know. And I just don't think we should just be accustomed to this. I don't think we should just be all like, oh yeah, well, Jon Stewart Leibowitz, the man who was the voice of conscience against American intervention in Iraq. Now he's the Now he's representing the Pentagon. For real, representing the Pentagon. The Pentagon, the Department of Defense, you know, the ones who were behind all the stuff that he was supposedly against. Now he's their guy. He's their guy. And he's introducing and then bringing on and leading a cheer for and shaking hands with this guy. I can't remember his name. You can go back to my video from the other day. Who is a Nazi, an authentic National Socialist, fighting for the Azov Battalion in Ukraine. And nobody cares, and everybody shrugs, and you know, I mean, just this once, I'm gonna say, go back and look at that again. You know, this is not normal. This is not what we should be getting accustomed to. We should not allow ourselves to live in the upside down without remarking that things have turned upside down and that somebody's doing the turning. Somebody has turned our world upside down, and we need to turn it back right side up again. But then again, I don't know. You know, shrugs, indifference, whatever. I can just, you know, like I said, this is my one, like I can use it one time. This is my, what would I even call it? This is the one time I'm going to say, wait a minute here. Did you not see that? Did you not see that? Do you not see how ridiculous things have become? Do you not see? And are you just going to stand there and shrug about it? If you're just going to shrug about it, I mean, we've already lost. I think if that's your reaction, if that's all you're going to do. So that's it. That's all I've got to say. And this is the only time you'll see me do this. This is the only time you're going to see me say, wait. I want to make sure that you guys really saw what I just showed you. This is the only time I'm going to do this. I promise I won't do it again. I've decided this is the occasion which really calls for it. So there you go. Sorry if this has been tedious for anybody, but then again, I'm not sorry, because if you didn't react to that last story with, what the fuck is this? then I don't know. Something's really wrong. Something's really wrong. And we know that things are wrong, but we can't just get used to it. That's all. We've got to point out when this insane clown world manifests, and we've got to take a stand and say and you know, utter as many expletives as we want. No, not my world. Not my world. There you go. Thanks for watching.